Hey everyone, come on in. Glad to see everyone here. Seeing a lot of my peeps coming in. How you guys doing? Great to see everyone here. I'd like to, hey, hello from Maine. Morris, you got the idea? Because we want to know where you're from. If you could put that in the chat box for us, and we'll see where everyone's coming in from today. So I know we got people from all over the world. Great, Santa Monica, Little Rock, Montreal, Atlanta, Greenville, South Carolina, Virginia. Hey, Phil from Nottingham, UK, Maryland. We got them from all over. Woodstock, Ontario, awesome. Vienna, Austria, marvelous. Definitely got an international crowd coming in today. We're going to get the festivities rolling in just a little while, just a few minutes. Holly's getting ready. And hey, Roland from Arizona, awesome, great to see you here. Super. Holly has got a few tricks up her sleeve that I think everyone is going to be pretty excited to learn. I was pretty thrilled when I checked it out myself, and you know me, I'm always interested in new ways to get rankings and get web traffic and all that. So when I saw this, I really knew it was something that I was going to have to share. Daniel Bean is here's a typical tech guy. Your upstream bandwidth appears limited. You know, I think it's just something here in my local. Great, Morris. Glad that you feel that we always deliver great content. Or find others that do. Appreciate that kind of comment, Morris. Really appreciate it because I know you're going to like this one today. As far as my uplink and my upstream bandwidth, I'm just using what I got, and that's what it is. There's no other apps running that I know of. So, Holly, are you ready to go, or you need a few more minutes, or what?
Yep, I'm ready. I'm good.
Okay, great. Well then, everyone, I'd like to introduce you to Holly Cooper. I just recently met Holly, but I met her through some really good recommendations. It turns out she's got something pretty amazing to share with you. So without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and turn it over to Holly. Holly, take it away.
All right. Do you want to give me a presentation so I can show these guys my screen?
Absolutely. Here we go. And there you go. Okay.
I gotta make sure I have my phone off, so
there you go. Now I can see it.
All right. Everyone sees my screen. I sound good. Everyone can hear me, yeah? Okay. I'm gonna just ask a quick question before I actually start. Does anyone you guys heard me talk before? Do you kind of know who I am? My name is Harley Starks Cooper, kind of making my rounds with some people. I can't see the answers. You want to just let me know if people pretty much.
A lot of people don't know who you are yet. And
nice.
A couple do. Some have seen you through emails. Some have seen you once, and lots of them just don't have a clue.
All right, cool. So I'm Holly Stars Cooper, and short introduction to who I am is that I've been doing SEO for 8 years. Before I started SEO, I did some working outside the house with Rate Watch and American Family. So, I had to work 8 hours a day, and I have 4 kids, and I had to figure out how to come home and work, basically. Something that I could come and go easily, because I have to go to.
I had to. Strong and.
What?
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to make sure you take it slow, make it clear, and make sure everybody hears you well.
Yeah, everyone hears me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I wanted to come home and work, and you know, I have kids that go to 3 different schools, so it was important for me to come home and work so I could, you know, take them to their activities and everything. So, you know, I worked long 8 hours a day then, and I was like, well, I wonder if I can learn how to rank people's businesses. I wonder, you know, what my skills are on that set. So what I did was I went to places like Wicked Fire and Warrior Forum and BHW and like Digital Point, you know, all the forums out there. And I bought courses. And I bought courses that were supposed to teach me, you know, for $27 probably. You know, I spent up to, you know, a couple thousand, I'm sure, for courses that would teach me how to do SEO and rank businesses. And the problem with the courses were that they would only take me so far, and then I had to buy another course. Or it wasn't even accurate. You know, it would, you know, it would rank for a little while, and then an update would come on, and then it would just bomb my website or whatever. And, you know, it took me a long time, you know, before I figured out a lot of stuff. So it took me 4 years. I bought training courses. Go ahead, what?
I think between myself and my peeps on this call, I think we all know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I bought courses, and I bought, like, you know, if you've been around a while, you know what AdSense Heaven is. I bought AdSense Heaven, which was supposed to rank for AdSense, you know, easily, like, within days or 24 hours. I bought that. I bought every single course you could possibly buy. It did not help me rank at all. You know, it would take me so far. It might tell me how to do meta tags, but it didn't tell me what to do after that. It didn't tell me how to build my links and how to do it safely. So, you know, over 4 years, I didn't make a penny. I worked at my regular job, and then I came home in the evening and was trying to learn SEO. Well, I came across learning how to do a PBN network after 4 years. And a PBN network, if you don't know what it is, it's a private domain network, which means you own the domains that you put your links on, basically. So what I did was I bought 1,000 PBNs, which is 1,000 owned domains. You know, I went to Namecheap, I went to Namejet, I went to GoDaddy, I went to auctions, and then I've also bought brand new domains. You know, I built them up, I got PageRank on them, and then I contacted some companies, some SEO agencies, and said, you know, hey, do you want to rent a link on here? And I ended up, you know, I had like 500 PR6s, like a couple hundred PR4s, PR5s, you know, I had all the page ranks that you guys needed. And I ended up getting 20 clients. They paid me $1,500 a piece. Across the whole 1,000 sites, they had links. And, you know, I made about $30,000 a month. And the domains were worth about $30,000 roughly. And it was good. And you know, it was a couple months, and I felt like I was confident enough in my ability that it was not going to tank the clients' websites because, you know, I had insurance companies, I had SEO agencies, and you know, they were ranking #1 across the board for tons of keywords. So I really felt like I had this down, you know. So I quit my job that I was, you know, making my household income. I quit my job, and not even a month later, Google came in about 2.5, 3 years ago and did AD indexing. And my network went down the same time as, you know, if you've been around a while, ALN, ELN, Dead Society, you know, all the big blog networks that were renting out links, that we all went down at the same time. So literally I went from making quite a bit of money, you know, $30,000 in my network plus my regular job, you know, for several months, quitting my job, $30,000, and then all of a sudden that all those domains, like all 1,000 domains, went down within minutes. Like I could see them hit each IP, like boom, 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 and it wasn't, you know, I didn't have a footprint on it. That's the whole thing. Is they all had a different IP, they all had unique content, they all had content related to the links. You know, there wasn't the same 10 links on the same website. So I mean, there was no like interlinking across. There was nothing like that, and they wiped out my network. And so I went from plus 300 or 30,000 to like minus 60 basically, essentially, because I had no domains and I had to refund the people their 30,000. So I kind of had to go underground because obviously, as you guys can imagine, people were quite upset with me, and I couldn't, like, I mean, I didn't have the 30,000 to give them back. So, you know, I had to go underground. There was no way to do it. And I also had to find a way to do this again and be Google proof. And, you know, that's kind of what I did, is that everyone knows that, you know, like websites convert, but I wanted to see kind of if YouTube converted, and I wanted to see if Hangouts converted, and, like, you know, Daily Motions, and basically videos. And I bought a plugin, and I went to the Facebook page and I said, you know, I'm going to rank this video, and I'm going to rank it in under a month, and I'm going to rank it for 500 terms. And everyone in the Facebook group was like, there's no possible way you're going to do that. A, because that's super competitive, and B, you're not going to be able to rank one video for 500 terms within a month. I mean, and probably normal person would be like, there's no possible way. You know, you're going to tank it. It's not going to last through to updates or anything like that. But, you know, as you can see on my screen, this is what I actually ended up doing, is that if I go to anywhere in the United States, any place in you know, a country like Australia, Thailand, Canada, wherever, if I type in AC repair Miami, Florida, it's #1. And that's essentially what I said I was going to do with my system, is that I ranked. Not only did I rank it for 500 keywords, so right now it ranks for 500 #1s in Google, it ranks for 500 #1s in YouTube, and I did it in 3 weeks. Not in you know, by far I said I was going to do it in a month. I did it in 3 weeks. So it took 3 weeks for 500 terms to come into Google, but it only took less than 5 days for it actually come into YouTube itself. And I would even guess to say that it actually came in 3 days. So if you know, any term that's related to AC repair Miami, Florida, AC repair, whatever, it ranked. And you know, everybody was just like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this. You know, is it penguin proof? Is it penguin or panda proof? And if you guys, you know, realize that we just did a update right before Memorial Day, and you can see it's still #1. And it's gone through, I mean, I did this December 2nd. It's a Hangout video, which is different than a YouTube regular video. You know, Hangouts are giving more power, basically, because it's Google's baby. So, I mean, you definitely want to do a Hangout versus a YouTube video. So that's, you know, that's why I tested on I've tested on both, but you really want to do it on a Hangout. So I forgot where I was going with that, but you know, if you look at any term related to AC repair Miami, it's actually #1, and it's gone through the updates. We have had a couple updates. I think there was one in February and March maybe, and it never bounced anywhere. It's been #1 since 3 weeks after I made the video and after I started the backlinking system. It was #1 in 3 weeks. So that video actually gets, on a weekly basis, that video actually gets about 10 calls a week. And once I figured out that and it actually converts, where, you know, you're kind of wondering, does a website convert versus a YouTube video? As long as you can see their number and it's an emergency type niche, they're going to call the #1 thing. I mean, if you're sitting outside and you locked your keys in your car, you're really going to scroll through on your phone to try to find a website, you're going to call the #1 person. So you want to be in the #1 spot. The Hangouts are easy to get #1 spot. And then after I figured out that I could do this with, you know, one competitive area, because Miami, Florida is really competitive, what I did was I put up 100 AC repair videos in the state of Florida, in the surrounding areas of Miami, and 90% of them right now rank for #1 for Google itself for 500 terms and for YouTube itself for 500 terms. And they also came in within 3 days for YouTube and about 3 weeks for Google. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. I don't know very many people can do that within 3 weeks to a month with my backlinking system. Although a lot of my students are posting that they are ranking 400 terms in 2 to 3 days. So it's definitely doable. It's very easy to do. It's a 7-minute setup. I want to show you guys another example though. If you go to anywhere in the United States, emergency AC repair, you can see my video is now #1. It has been #2 since, excuse me. It's been #2 since I've made it, and it actually just popped into #1 in the last 2 to 3 days. And that's because I, continually run links to my videos. And nationally, it gets, quite a few calls a day, and what we ended up doing is that we have to call if someone from Colorado, yesterday we got a call from Colorado and they said they need AC repair, so my call system calls, an AC repair company in Colorado and says, hey, you want this lead, they need an AC repair technician out there, and by the way, if we have a lot more calls, can we make a deal with you guys? You guys will pay $50 per call, and if you want us to rank a video in your location, we'll also do that. So this video gets a lot of calls, even though it says Miami, Florida, it still gets calls nationwide. I don't know if, I'm sure it doesn't get calls in Canada or anything, but it actually ranks #1 for Canada and for like Thailand and Australia. I mean, this is definitely not just something that works in the United States. And then another example, I kind of, one of you guys, this is a pretty neat example. One of my students is amazing. He ranked for a 90,000 keyword search term in 4 days. So what he did was he made a hangout video. He followed my course. Took him 7 minutes basically to do it, to put it in the backlink system. And within 4 days, he was #2 for American Home Shield. And if you guys went and looked at it right now, it's not there. And the reason why it's not there is because of the backstory. He had an air conditioner, and it went to kaput, basically. It was $4,000 to fix. And American Home Shield did not want to fix it. They didn't want to spend the for the $4,000. And Teddy was like, well, it's under warranty. You guys need to fix it. And they said, no, we're not going to fix it. So what he did was he came to me and said, Holly, I know this works for lead generation because I've put out the case studies. And he's done some also for localizing. And he said, can I do this with reputation management? And I said, yeah, man, you can do it with reputation management. You just run the links the same way. You make your hangout video. The only difference is that you really want to target your keywords. And that's what he did, is he had, he made his hangout video 7.5 minutes. He did put it in the linking system. And he did about 60,000 exact links for the keywords. There were 60,000 verified links, and within 4 days it popped to #2 for 90,000 keyword search. And the company, well, I'll show you this first. So on my screen you can see how many views. That is organic views. He did not buy one view. He also had organic comments from people who seen the video, who also had some bad experiences. And one of the comment was actually from American Home Shield themselves. And they basically contacted him and said, we're sorry about the incident. We're going to escalate it to a claims. And if we get you your $4,000 back for your warranty, are you willing to take your video down? And he said, sure, that's not a problem. Where's the, oh, I don't have the screen in. Put that in full size for you guys. There you go. He, excuse me. He said, if you pay the $4,000 warranty, I'll take the video down. And they said, yeah, that's what we want you to do. I mean, you can't have the better than that. I mean, the course, the course itself paid for itself just in that, That's crazy. Does anyone else think that's like totally awesome?
I do.
It's quiet. I don't know if I was like losing people or not. Yeah, so I mean, you can use this for.
Holly, I made you organizer. Holly, I made you organizer so you can see all the comments,
Oh,
and
okay.
everybody is definitely commenting a lot
Oh,
about that.
nice. Godsmack. Sweet. Rank it.
Hmm.
Exactly. All right, cool, cool. Yeah, so I mean, you don't have to just use this on local generation. I mean, obviously, it works really good for local because there's so many niches and there's so many different markets, and a lot of markets, there aren't internet marketers in there, and you can hit them with a video price, 1,500 for a video price, and you can hit them with, I will do your SEO for you or something like that, and it doesn't matter what the competition is, I've shown you guys, it really is going to rank it, and it's going to rank it really darn quick. Another thing that Teddy has ranked for is that I can't give you the keyword for him. It's a 2-word keyword for a CPA product, and it has 600,000 searches a month for it. It has to do with movies. That's really all I'm going to say. He ranked it in 14 hours, and he is getting mad crazy traffic off YouTube and off Google itself. Google itself is number 2, and YouTube itself, it was number 1. It was number 1 within a few, I would guess at a few minutes from what he said. And he didn't even like slam it with links the way that I teach you guys how to do it, is that, he did maybe 30,000 links in total, and it was popped up to number 1. He uses OnlyWire, which is a Web 2.0 basically submitting software, and then he used my backlink system, which is crazy. I have a fun story to tell you guys also. Most people, like, when they hear it, they kind of like, oh my gosh, she's so like crazy, and I don't want to mess with her. And I don't know, Hugh, have you heard the story about the YouTube channel that I sold? No. Cool. Everyone hasn't heard it. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. So, all right. So first, I want to say that I'm not like it's going to come off sounding like bad, but it's really, really good. Like you guys are going to get a kick out of this because, because I sold a YouTube channel for $30,000, and I sold it within 3 weeks of starting it. So what I did was that I knew this worked for lead generation, and I knew it worked for reputation management. So I was like, yeah, I wonder if this works for CPA and ClickBank and like Commission Junction, because if you can rank crazy for some of that stuff, you have an ongoing income. You don't even have to like go back and check your rankings because the stuff pops in, it doesn't move, right? So I was an affiliate for this guy. Previously, a year ago, I did some SEO for him, so I knew what the competition basically was. I knew what his keywords were, so it was literally like a 10-minute decision. I didn't have to go and hunt for all these keywords, right? So he was in Mexico, and what I did was I set up 165 hangouts. So each hangout had 3 keywords. That's how that's how I teach my course. You put your 3 keywords, you put them in the title, and it wasn't even like a channel that had his product. It was a random channel. If you noticed on my AC repair video, it actually was Levi Matheson, which is not even like related to AC repair in Miami, Florida. So I don't even, I didn't even have any special tags or anything. I didn't have hashtags. I had nothing. I just made 165 hangouts. The hangout had 7 different videos. It was all pre-recorded. All I did is I streamed it through the hangout, and then I put it in my backlink system. And so there was about maybe, I don't know, 400 keywords or something like that. And within 2 to 3 days, I owned YouTube. in 2 to 3 days, every single keyword, 400 keywords in other words, where I was #1. So if you went up and looked for this term, I literally was the first 10 pages of, well, like 20 pages probably of YouTube. I mean, I owned everything, and I owned pages of it. It wasn't just like one term, it was all the terms. So if you looked up AC repair, or okay, so like we do a CPA, if we looked up like how to get your ex back, basically I own the first 20 pages of how to get your ex back. My videos were all there, and there were 7 different videos. So you don't, another thing to tell you guys, you don't get duplicate content because it's a hangout video. So you can't make the timing exactly the same on each video, which is why you get away with making one video for a lot of videos. I'm sorry, that's why you get away with one video for a lot of different locations, but in this sense, I only made 7 videos for all 165. And it took 3 to 4 days to come into YouTube, and it took about 2 weeks maybe to come into Google itself. So I own the first 10 pages of Google, and I own the first 20 pages of YouTube. And I was an affiliate, so obviously I was getting money. I was getting like only 10%, because that's what his affiliate was. And he came back from Mexico, and I said, hey dude, like, what's going on? How are you? And he's like, something's weird. I don't see any traffic coming in, but for some reason you're getting a lot of traffic. And I did PPC for him before, so I think he thought maybe it was PPC. And I said, well, I'll hold. You go take a look and see what's going on, check your rankings. Have you checked them? He's like, no, I've been in Mexico, which I knew, That's why he did it. And he came back and he was like, holy crap, somebody just destroyed those websites that you made. And I was like, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, oh, I got some news for you, man. It's not going to be good for you. And he's like, what? And I'm like, so all those videos I made, and right now your business is controlled by me basically, because you have to pay me as an affiliate now. I mean, you paid me before, but now all the affiliate is coming to me, right? And he was super mad. He was super mad, because like previously he owned the first several pages of Google anyways with his own websites. He didn't ever really target YouTube, so he wasn't like so mad about YouTube, but for Google he was like really mad. He had his product for probably 10 years, and he had some really nice domains, and I wiped everything out with just YouTube videos and Hangouts, right? And I said, this is what we're going to do. I basically, so how I came up with the pricing is I went 12 months times how much I was getting in PPC, which was, $1,000 a month times 12 is $12,000, and then I charged a $3,000 setup fee, in other words. Basically, because I did all the work for him, it's already ranking, so that's kind of what my fee would be. And so I came up with $15,000, and he was like super not happy. He was like, I'm not paying that much. It's my business. He had some words, and I understood it's temper, and I said, I know you got a temper. Let's like just calm down. You don't need to be swearing at me. It's, I'm a chick. You don't be doing that crap. And, the call didn't end nicely. Let's just put it this way. And I said, you don't want to turn this down because this is your business, and I've leveraged you on purpose. Not my fault you can't rank for your own damn business, And either you're going to pay, you have 3 options, man. You're going to pay me for you to be your affiliate, and I want 50% if you're going to be doing that. I want no crap 10% because I own I own it, Nobody's going to bump me off. So I want 50% of the affiliate. You can pay me $15,000 to buy the YouTube video channel, and basically give your business on a silver plate. You will never have to pay for an affiliate again. Or you can, not pick either one of them, and I'm going to redirect it to your competition, which in that sense then your business is gone. And I'm not like, trying to extort you or anything, but this is a simple way it is when you rank a CPA type product or rank anything. You know, if I'm ranking, I have leverage over you. You're going to pay or it's going to go to your competition. It's real simple. And, you know, he had his words and he hung up on me. And I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I redirected it to his competition. His competition was probably like, holy crap, where's the traffic coming from, you know? And within 48 hours, he called me back and he's like, you know, Holly, we got to talk about this because this is my business. And I said, you know, dude, I'm not trying to get all this money out of you. I mean, if you want me to be your affiliate, that's fine. We'll do that. But I said, really, if you think about it, you will never have to pay your affiliate again. You'll never have to have anyone try to push your product. You know, I put your business on a silver platter, and you know, you really want to buy the channel. That's the option you really want to do. And after, you know, conversation, he decided that, yeah, he did want to buy the channel. And I said, that's awesome, man, but we have a problem. And he's like, what now? I'm like, if you work with me, you know, you get one chance. Only get one chance. So if you are my local if, you know, I do this localized. If I come to you and it's $45 a lead, and you say no thanks, and I say okay, and you come back to me, you know, even if it's 2 hours later, I don't care. You come back to me and say you want them, okay, that's great, but now it's doubled. So I did the same thing with him, and he knew it. He knew my policy, and so I said 15,000 is now 30,000, and I said don't blow your head here, dude, because if you start swinging at me, I swear to God, I'm going to make it 60, because I am not going to have a problem making it 60 or calling your competition, blah, blah, blah. And I made sure I knew who the competition was. I had that guy's name, and I said, you know, I said the guy's name, so he knew I wasn't playing games here, you know. And he did exactly what I basically leveraged him and forced him into, because I mean, if you think about it, he never has to pay an affiliate. And yeah, he did have to pay almost 2 years up front, basically what it was, but in the long run, it really is going to help his business anyways. And, you know, he wire transferred the $30,000 to me, and, you know, I didn't pay the $40 wire transfer fee. I said it's $30,000. It's not like $29,000 and a half. It's $30,000. So you're sending $30,000. You're paying the fee. I'm not dinking around with that. And I sent him the username, the password, and the killer thing is that, you know, I don't know if it's just businessmen think like this. I don't really know, but he never made me sign a I don't know what's it called, a D. He never made me sign one of those forms that said I won't come back up underneath myself again and wipe him out like a do not compete or whatever. He never made me sign that.
Right, NDA or quit sign, something like that.
Yeah. He never made me sign that, which was funny. And he actually has 4 other products, which I'm working on doing the same thing for, because he doesn't even rank like in the first several pages of those things. So I know that if I actually would rank them for him, that I probably would stay with a 50% affiliate instead of getting it all up front if that's what he did with that, because it doesn't get the same kind of traffic. Because the other one would get 120,000 a month, where his other ones were getting maybe 60,000, which is still, you know, it's still competitive. But, you know, he still has other stuff that I could go after, and he didn't make me sign anything. And, you know, in the long run, the guy's happy because, you know, he doesn't have to pay an affiliate ever again, basically. So that's kind of a fun story for me to tell you. Did you guys like that?
That is awesome. And I think that's really a step apart from a lot of the stories that I hear on these webinars. You know, it's like you are out in the trenches, and I love the fact that you really nailed it to these people. It's fantastic. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, to me it's just like another story, but, you know, just because it's, like, because I do this on a daily basis, you know, I have 25,000 hangouts that rank #1. I have solar installers that we recently did last month. We put 4,000 Solar and Star videos up, and they ranked within 15-20 minutes, and we got, you know, we're making ridiculous money doing solar installers in 4 states. And I mean, you can't, you know, you don't just limit yourself to just one area, you know. I mean, I have landscapers, and my landscapers love me because I can do landscaping, and I can do like snow removal, and I can do like Christmas trees and Christmas lights, and I can do snow removal. So, you know, I try to think of, you know, I'm going to take the big niche of landscaping, but then I'm going to micro the niche down, and I can get a lot of different seasonal stuff, and a lot of marketers don't do it that way. They just pick the big thing like AC repair, but they're not going to do like AC blower, you know what I mean? They're not, like they just take it too broad. They just don't take it, you know, take it like small enough where you can rank for 500 terms, basically. I had a guy who asked me how I actually did my keyword research, and let me say that I'm a lazy SEOer. I'm the first person to say I do this stuff as lazy as I can because I don't like taking more than 10 minutes to start a campaign from start to finish, from, you know, making the Hangout, them actually doing the Hangout, into putting it into the backlink system. So I definitely like am lazy. So this is, you know, the simplest way as I do it is I go to Google AdWords. I gotta sign in quick. Nicholas. And I put in my keyword term, which is AC repair, Miami, Florida. And then I click on get ideas. And that only gave me 61.4. Let's pick AC repair Miami. Let's click on keyword ideas, see how many gave us. So that gave me 801. So basically this is my keyword research. I put my C keyword in, I clicked on add all, which is 801 keywords. It puts them in a text file. I take that text file out. I put it into my backlink system, which people are asking me. The backlink system is GSA, which is also known as Search Engine Ranker. And I load all those keywords into GSA, and you know, I load them in as like anchor text basically. And I, you know, I have a spun article, and then I have my URL basically, and I have, you know, some of my settings and my options set up, and then I hit start. So essentially I'm dropping over 1 million links on a daily basis to each of my projects for 801 keywords, which is why it is panda proof, and which is why it's penguin proof, is because my anchor percentage is so small because I have so many keywords. And a lot of you guys are going to say, holy crap, she drops 1 million links on one project, which you guys are saying, holy crap, you're doing that because you guys are being taught, and you guys, you know, I don't want to, I mean, some people are taught that, but they're also like listening to gurus who say, like Matt Cutts, let's just say him, who says don't use spam links and don't use PBNs. Well, if you actually went and tested it, you can see that PBNs work. It's okay, yeah. You can see that PBNs work, and you also can see, if you test it, that spam links in the right setting, in the right options, actually do work very, very well. I mean, I can drop in, I can, you know, I could even do 50,000 a day, and it's still going to bring in whatever keyword search terms in YouTube itself. It's going to bring in within hours. And, you know, if that's kind of what my whole course is about, is that if you guys actually went and did this, went and tested these theories that Cutts actually has said and gurus have actually said, you'll see they're saying this because they know that it works, because you can't de-index everything. You can't devalue everything. So what, they take out wikis for power. Well, there's another spam for platform that is going to be made the next day. You know, so don't be scared of just because someone says it. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's true. You need to go and actually do it and try it. And that's kind of how the course came about, is that you know, I did some webinars for a guy, Tony Hayes, if anyone knows who he is, and he, you know, we just got on the call and we were just jamming and talking about the rankings and stuff, and everyone really wanted to learn the system, and I said, no, there's absolutely no way I'm teaching this. Not because I was worried about competition, because you know, obviously I showed you guys some of my own stuff. I'm not worried about competition at all. I know what my capabilities are, and I'm not scared of anyone. So if someone came up and said, you know, let's go head to head and rank for SEO in Nashville or something, I would do it, and I would put all my effort into doing it. And you know, so I'm not worried about giving up my methods, you know, but it was more that I don't like the limelight. I'm not a polished marketer. I'm a real person. I use this on a daily basis, and I really didn't want to put the course together. It was just going to take time consuming. I have 4 kids. But I had some guys who contacted me and visited me and said, you know, you have something here. You can help people, you know, you can help people who are in your position 4 years ago when you weren't making any money and you were really trying, and you tried for 4 years and you didn't give up. And so, you know, they kind of talked me into it. Basically, this is what happened. They talked me into it, which is cool. Yeah, Troy, I am throwing out that their challenge to Mike Long, by the way. Definitely. It would be fun to do. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, that that's how the course came about. Hugh, do you want to drop the link in there while I show them what the what they
Yeah,
actually
I just sent the link privately to the person that was asking for it. I can give it to everyone now if you want.
Yeah, that would be good. You guys can do that, and I can show you what's in the training course then, because I've had some people
Okay.
ask me, which is cool.
Before we go, I have a special bonus also that I'm going to give to everyone that gets this course through my link today. So I just want to throw that in. We can get to that later.
All right, cool. All right, so one of the first things I want to tell you guys about is that, so the backlink programs that you need to actually get the training to work for you is called GSA, which is also, don't go and buy this stuff yet, guys, because I have coupons in my training. You know, I get 10% to 15% off, and I don't make any affiliate money with this. This is just, you know, I'm giving you guys places to get these discounts, okay?
I just sent everybody the link.
All right, cool. So GSA Search Engine Ranker is $89 for the coupon. Capture Breaker, I don't know how to spell it. Capture Breaker is about $137 to $147. It's something around there. So GSA builds the links for you, essentially. They build like stuff like articles, trackbacks, wikis, social platforms, links for YouTube videos, like type embeds and stuff like that. Is the link broke?
No.
Or does it works? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, cool.
Someone seems to be having a problem. Guy's having a problem, but I promise it works. Guy, if it still doesn't work, I can give you a, you know, a direct link.
Right.
Look in your chat, or you can, if you want to turn over to my screen for a second, I've got it in a big text. It's up to you. If you want to keep going, that's cool.
Yeah, let's finish the training, and then I'll switch it over to you so they can see it.
Sure. And it is working for people, so just keep trying. We're going to try a different browser maybe.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Capture Breaker is $137.47. So GSA makes the links, and Capture Breaker breaks the captcha. So basically, like if you went and did trackback or a comment or an article, you notice it has a captcha. So Capture Breaker breaks it. Doesn't break them all. Obviously, it doesn't break for reCAPTCHA. So what I have for reCAPTCHA is called Spamvilla, and that's $50 is optional. It's an optional cost. It's just, if you guys want it. And then something that you have to have also is proxies. You have to have proxies because when you're posting like that, you're going to obviously get spam complaints, and that's why you have to use proxies. And then I use a VPS, which is basically a computer in another place. And I don't use my home computer because it bogs my home computer down. If you had like a computer that you could dedicate just to GSA, you'd be perfectly fine. You wouldn't need the VPS. So these three things on my screen highlighted, search engine ranker, capture breaker, and proxies, those three things are a must. You have to have them for the training. You could do something like get a VA to do it, or like something like Fiverr, but in the long run you're going to be spending more money doing Fiverr because you're going to have to continually keep the links going so you don't have link loss and then it'll drop. It looks like a penguin update, but really it's not. It's just called link loss. So you really need to have those three programs. Spamvilla and the VPS is just basically optional. It's what I use, so I tell you guys what I use. And then another one I use is RankWiz. You guys can try it out. $40 package. That's for Web 2.0 posting, like at embeds, or you can do the FCS, which is $27. And I have coupons for all of this stuff. Once you buy the course, it's in a resource file. I give you links. So don't buy it until you actually go and get the course. Otherwise, you're going to be spent, even if it's $10. $10 is $10, guys. So those are the things that the programs you need. Okay, so the actual course itself is I give you, my template that I use on a daily basis for ranking for YouTube and Hangouts. So we have two courses, guys. One is basic and one is advanced. So basic is $197, and within 3 days after the webinar it goes to $297. So you really want to get it in the 3 days if you want to save $100. Okay, and then the advanced course, which is for money sites, for websites, for press releases, for your client sites, anything you are worried about slamming with links, that you want to filter back, you would want to get the advanced course, which the advanced course is $127, and that also goes up $100 after 3 days, and that goes up to $247. And so you really want to get both of them, if you want to save the money, and you have to get the basic to get the advanced. You can't get the advanced first because it won't make sense to you. So in the basic, you get my search engine ranker template. You just import it. It's real simple to do. I have a video on how to do it. That is for ranking YouTube and Hangouts, and I use it on a daily basis. You have a 100,000 verified list for posting on GSA itself. This is the way I think of it, is that you have XRunner, which is a website killer, and you have SENuke, which is a little girl's tool, and then you have GSA, which is like amazing to use. I've never come across something like it before, and so you have to have your own targets to post on with GSA. So I give you 100,000. Actually, it's like 140,000 in the list. And so, you have a good start there. You have, if you wanted to do scraping, you can use scraping with like GScraper or Scrapebox, something like that. And I give you a footprint list, and then I give you the keyword list. The verified list is worth $100 itself. The keyword list that I made is worth $350, and I'm going to show you guys this. And you'll see why it's worth this much. Keywords. Okay, so as you can see, I have all these different languages. It's 24 files roughly. So I have about 20 different languages. Like if you're in, let's say you're in France and you want to rank for something that is in French, you are going to want USA links, but you're also going to want links in French too. So I give you the French keywords that you can go and scrape for, that you can find targets. So I'm, it's French. It's not dictionaries. It's actually keywords. It's actually words that are outside the dictionary. It probably includes a dictionary too, I don't know. The English keyword file is 600 million English keywords. There is a Russian file which is 1 billion. The total file is 486 gigs. So the Russian keyword is actually on my server because previously they broke my Dropbox and I was getting too many problems, so I had to move the Russian file. So that's being updated still. But everything else is fine to be downloaded. But you need to have 46 gigs available to download it. It'll always be on my server, so you can download it at your will whenever you guys are ready. There's about 8 to 10 hours of training. That seems like, oh my God, there's so much training. It's really long, but it's really because the training is over the shoulder. So if you guys remember in the beginning, I said a lot of how I came about this is that I bought all these training courses that didn't tell you everything. It would only bring you so far. So that's basically what I did, and that's why it's such a highly sought after course right now, is that I give you over-the-shoulder training. I don't leave anything out. I show you exactly how I ranked for AC Repair Miami, Florida. I show you everything that I do, and I actually give you the templates to do it. So there isn't like anything left out by any means. So I have a couple of videos at the top that people ask me just to redo them because the first webinar was 3.5 hours, and I'm sure you guys can imagine that was a really long webinar. So they asked me to kind of pinpoint the certain areas. Like if you wanted to buy the course and get this up and running right away, like I said, it was 7.5 minutes. That's what the easy GSA setup is if you follow that, it takes you 7.5 minutes to start the actual course and start your campaign up, and then you can go back and watch the webinars. And then I have a rank whiz video. In webinar 2, I was actually quite sick and I could not do the webinar, so I had to bring in a guest speaker, Bill Walsh, if anyone knows who he is. So he did a training on FCS and a little bit on rank whiz, and then I was asked to do another video on rank whiz so people knew how I set it up. So you have 2 different options there. And then there's a G-Scraper and a Scrapebox training, so if anyone doesn't know how to use it. And then we have a webinar 3, which was a question and answer. So they basically went through the course, and it took maybe about a week. And then I put up a webinar 3, which was question and answer, and everybody who had some questions was asked to put on a Facebook page or to come to the webinar, and I went over everything. It's about 8 to 10 hours of training. Which seems, a lot of people are like get overwhelmed by that, but if they just do the 7.5 video first and get their campaign set up and then go watch the webinars, I think that people will be able to understand it better. At least you guys won't be rushed into that either. So that's the basic course, and that one is $197. And then we have the advanced course, which is $127. And the advanced course, again, is for websites, for money sites, client sites, anything you wish that, you don't want to tank or whatever. So I give you a list of 260 lead generation niches, and they're basically niches that I want to rank for that I haven't really had the time for. So there's stuff like, I don't know, there's a funeral home in there. There's like dentist. There's 260 niches. So if you don't even know where to start, you have a list of niches here. I give you 2 websites. That one website has 13,000. Clients that have, they're already paying for advertisement. They're paying maybe $1,200, and so I give you 2 websites that you actually can go to and close SEO clients. One of them has 13,000. The other one, pretty close, maybe 10,000 or something like that. When I put my sales team on it, I can close them at 10 a day at depends upon the niche, but roughly 400 to 500 a month on. I can to close each client on. So I give you a head start there also. And also you get my template for GSA for advanced, it has filters on it, so you're not hitting them with, all out kitchen sink type links. They're more quality links. The webinar is an advanced training. I talk about PBNs. I do my PBNs with RankWiz, and I use them with Web 2.0s because I'm scared to lose my private domains again, so I make video embeds essentially. And so I kind of go over that and discuss PBNs. And then I have another question and answer webinar for anybody who had some questions. And then there's an advanced scraping video who wanted to find out more about looking for targets for GSA, and they asked me to make that video. So that's the course. So your basic gets a Facebook group, and your advanced gets a Facebook group also. The advanced course, if I have any freebies or anything that I have, like, I sell some verified list on a monthly basis, and I only sell a certain amount of them because I use them also. And so my advanced group gets first crack at it, and if they don't sell out within a couple days, which they have the last 2 times, I send it over to my basic group and they get a crack at it. So there is benefits to getting the advanced course, because if I come out with any kind of do it for you, we'll rank it for you, it goes to my advanced course. Do you have any questions or anything? I hope I didn't go through this all like too fast or anything.
There are a lot of different systems out there, and they all have their different tools. And you got this system down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did all the split testing for you guys so that, you could come in and you would be successful from day one. And, I think that's kind of why the course is done so well, is that we've had plenty of people come in from day one and start ranking within 1 to 2 days and get the money back immediately on the course.
Yeah, I'm kind of psyched about it myself because, Google keeps making these changes on the organic side of blogs and all that, so it's kind of cool that you got a system here that's, you can definitely kill with this and not wait around.
Yeah. Yeah, right. There hasn't been anything that I have actually tried to rank for that I couldn't rank for. 2 years ago when I was doing this, I ranked for #1 for credit repair type terms, and I was making $25,000 a week with this system. And wow. I say was, by the way, because I was overranking my CPA people. Who I was basically, I almost did the same thing. I just did it with credit repair, and they didn't want to pay me because I was overranking their branded name in YouTube. So that's why I say is that I left, the CPA business for quite a while because I got turned off by that.
Let me address a couple of comments that are coming in. We got a good question here from Ed, which is, so we can find a niche with your course and take it from A to Z, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there won't be, you might have some questions, and that's what the Facebook group is for, and we, if I'm not around, then I have other people that answer them.
And Bonnie had a question here about, do you talk about competition, or are you simply not worried about it? And I'd have to say, Bonnie, you must have missed the beginning of the video because Holly absolutely devastated her competition. She had them in the dirt. Okay, so you might want to check out the recording of the webinar, but she kills the competition. Don't even worry about that.
Yeah, I don't, I might look up to see if it's hard or moderately or anything, but I have a mentality, if I'm not ranking within 4 to 5 days, it annoys me.
And then here's another question from Rod. Do you make hundreds of videos a day? And no, that would not be a yes. That would be a no. She might make one video and then share that video around with her system, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I have different niches, then, you know, I definitely make a lot of videos a day, but you guys wouldn't probably start off like that. So you're probably going to make a couple of videos a day in your different niches and different locations. The way I do it is I want to take over entire states, and so I have the capability to do it, so that's what I do.
So I think people are concerned about what other out-of-pocket expenses they might have to get started with this. I think you went over it already.
Essentially, yeah. Essentially, if you look at my screen, yeah. I mean, those on my screen are. So this GSA is a one-time. Capture breakers are one-time. Proxies are a monthly fee. VPS is monthly. Spam bill is monthly, and RankWiz is a monthly. And if you think, I mean, it might be monthly, but you charge your clients, or you know, I mean, if you're making 10, I mean, my AC repair makes 10 calls a day. So how many calls does it make a month? I mean, that pays for that monthly fee.
I think people may be getting some people, not everyone, just a couple of people are kind of getting a misunderstanding here about that they're going to have to spend $700, $800 to get into this. That's not really true, is it?
No, that's not true at all. I mean, these three are just optional. You do not have to do that. I give you the option of this is how I do it. But there's plenty of people in my course who just use GSA, who just use Breaker, and just use proxies. So, you know.
You don't need a virtual private server.
Yeah, you don't.
I mean, recapture is probably important for the auto posting, but I've never found that to be too expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know much about RankWiz, but I've seen.
Yeah, I mean. It's
they use
just
that
a
in
Web 2.0
John Pierce's
poster.
network too, RankWiz.
Yeah. It's just a posting network.
Yeah, folks, we're making a recording of this. So those of you that came in late, there was a little confusion about the time, and if you're just showing up now, I apologize if it was my fault for messing up the times, but yeah, we're having a recording of this. Anyway, Holly's got the whole system down, and she has put her competition into the dirt. She's made tens and tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, doing this kind of SEO service. So if you know how to make money off of a website at all, then you know you just rank and you bank. Rank and bank. That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah. Hey, Bonnie, the reason why recaptures are costly, so that's, you know, you're thinking like you're going to get something like death by capture or something. That's why you get Capture Breaker, and that's why you get Spambilla. So you're only spending $50 a month on your recaptures. I mean, my Capture Breaker it tells you how much you've saved. I'll show you. It says 217 maybe has it. It tells me that I have saved $5,000 on my Capture Breaker. So down here at this one has told me I've saved $1,600. So you're not paying for recapture. That's why you have Spambilla.
Okay, so can I take over for just a second? And
Yep, go ahead. Do you want me to change the present?
you can do it, or I can do it. I can get it if you want.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Where am I? Okay. So I just want to take over, and I want to show you again the link, which is right here, AAA-1.com/bonus/Holly. I don't know if this is going to turn you on or not, folks, but I have a program, my own program is called Viral Video Curator Pro. And I don't know, some of you probably have it. A lot of you may already have that. Some don't. We didn't really sell that many of these. So I want to basically offer everyone that gets in on Holly's deal to, I got to mute that. That's really loud. Hold on. I want everyone that comes in on Holly's deal today, I'm going to offer you a license to VVC Pro. A multi-license, not a single license. Okay, and that's going to be my bonus. If you already own this, I'll give you one of my other programs. Okay, but it's just a little bonus I want to throw in to make it sweet for you. And what's really cool about this program, that you might want to use it with this system, because you can do cool things like you can tune into a YouTube channel and curate the videos just from that channel if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to throw that in for anybody that does come in on this special today. It's going to be the multi-site version of Viral Video Curator Pro. If you already have that, let me know. We'll pick one of my other tools for you. Okay? I just want to do that. I'm going to turn it back to you now. And you're back. You're back now. You sure?
All right.
We're still on my screen. I don't know. Maybe you haven't. Okay, there you go.
Oh, there.
Well,
Yeah, I got it now.
Don't lose them. Don't lose everyone.
My dogs are running around, by the way, so if you hear something like a lot of noise, it never fails. I'm right in the middle of a webinar, and they start freaking out, right?
I know. I have 2 German Shepherds, and they love to howl every time there's a siren going down the street. That always comes out reading webinars.
I can answer some more questions. Jerry Lee asked, do I use both Spamvilla and Capture Breaker together? Yeah, so you set up Capture Breaker and Spamvilla. Well, I mean, Spamvilla, you don't set it up. You get like an IP, and you put it in Capture Breaker. So use them together, yes.
Ed says, thanks to you, but this doesn't need any bonuses. I think that's for sure. I just want to sweeten it up. I'm so psyched about it. I wanted to sweeten it up for you as best as I could.
It's always good to have bonuses, too.
Syed, there will be a recording. You can see the whole webinar when it's done, and we'll let you know. Okay? We won't be really giving a summary at this point. Sorry. Okay, guys, so do we have any more questions from folks before we call it a day here? No. Bonnie wants to know how long this offer is going to be valid for. What did you have in mind for that, Holly?
We usually do it for 3 days, and then after the 3 days, it goes up by $100.
Can you give my people until Friday midnight on this?
Yeah, that's fine.
And what I'll do is I'll just remind you guys over the next few days that this is going to be gone after Friday midnight. So you can think about it, whatever you got to do. I'd like you to do it now so we don't have to worry about it. But I will remind you, and we'll have the webinar recording on so you can review everything.
Yeah. What's an online backup service?
Yeah, I've seen that question a few times. I really didn't understand. You mean for promoting your business? Is that what you mean, David? Because, yes, you can promote your business. That's what this is all about. If your business is an online backup service, then, yes, you can promote the heck out of it with this. Awesome.
Yeah, Fred, a monkey can do this. I swear it's easy. It looks overwhelming. I swear it's easy. It's 7.5 minutes. And, if worse comes to worse, I have gone on 2 people's VPS that originally bought it, and I just took the 7 minutes and set it up for them. So it's very easy to do.
Yeah, David, I have Carbonite, so I know what you're talking about, and definitely you promote this. You just figure out what it is that people are searching for to get that, and then you're going to target that with the system. John wants to know if ranking using your program, could the money site get penalized? He
No,
wants
it
to
doesn't.
rank an orthodontist.
Okay, so it doesn't get ranked because you're using my templates, and you just have to know, if you're using something that, like a website, you have to use the advanced template because that filters those links back, and that's really what is important.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Do you have to use Hangouts, or can you just as easily use a YouTube video?
You can use the YouTube video. That's fine. The reason why this is Easy Hangout Blueprint is because it's so much easier to have a Hangout rank. I've done the split test. It takes a couple days versus a YouTube video is going to take a good 3 weeks to a month, which I'm not a patient person. That's why I want to rank it right away. But if you want to use that on a YouTube video, you can. Yeah, they're easy to make. I mean, it takes minutes. I use PowerPoint,
Mm-hmm. Kenneth, you can definitely target a chiropractor. I mean, that's just a local offline business. And you see how she did this with air conditioning, and it's really not too much different from that.
Yeah.
David wants you to know if you could explain the keyword list again.
So the keyword list is Dropbox. So if you want to, essentially, if you want to rank in another country, you're going to want USA type targets, but you're also going to want the foreign targets of wherever you're, if you're in France, you want French targets. So the keyword list is basically you put that in your scraping software, and it scrapes for French targets because you have French keywords. So that's what the keyword list is for.
My understanding is that so-called foreign keywords are not English keywords, actually are about 10 times as powerful as English keywords. I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard and learned.
Yeah, I like foreign keywords because Google doesn't seem to go after those as for backlinks for like devaluing them, so I like the foreign ones.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I mean, my understanding is also you can use that the mechanical ranking system in Google is much dumber for foreign keywords. Not so smart. It doesn't have so many slaps and filters and stuff as the English ones do.
Yeah. I mean, we were ranking for CPA type products for like get your belly fat off or belly fat, and we were ranking for France and for Brazil, and we were making like a lot every day because there was no one else in that market for Brazil. So I mean, it's easy to rank for stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because the internet marketing crowd seems to be mainly English, and that's where the focus is. So you start looking at those other languages, and the results are pretty fantastic.
Yeah. The scraping software, Bonnie, is Scrapebox or GScraper. That's what I use.
Yeah, and those are like free, I think, right?
Scrapebox is, excuse me, is $57, and GScraper I want to say is 63 or 65. It's a one-time cost too.
And I think she didn't redirect CPA offers, but she definitely slammed the dummies. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those dummies got slammed.
Yeah. I mean, they complained to YouTube, and I actually had my video taken down, so it wasn't like I could redirect that traffic.
Right. John is asking, about ranking local sites: plumbers, dentists, carpet cleaner. goodness gracious, John, you can dominate with this for those markets. Local
Yeah,
markets are
yeah.
pretty easy even without a system like this. And when you get a system like this, you're going to end up like Holly owning the first 4 pages of Google, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do this for pest control. I have AC
Mhm.
repair. I have the landscapers. I have the plumbers. I have the HVAC people. Um, I have the wedding planners. And have the solar installers. This works for any niche. It works for any CPA product. It works for any commission bank product. If it works for Amazon. That was another thing. For
Mhm.
Amazon, I've done it for like Black Friday and Christmas type sales, and for the last 2 years for Black Friday, I made 15,000 on Amazon alone because I
Wow.
put up 1,500 hangouts. I got them to cookie me, and I mean it's the sky's the limit is really with this. If you want to rank and you've been struggling, and this course it shows you from start to finish on how to rank.
A lot of people are asking, will it rank me for this? Will it rank me for that? Will it rank me for this and that?
Yeah.
Guys, it just works. I mean, it's a keyword. It's just a word. So it's not like you're going to have any stigma on any particular keyword. I mean, just get the strategy and implement it.
Is the
The
monthly
foreign
fee?
keywords have the English translation, so you know what they are, right?
No, well, no, the foreign keywords is all in foreign, but the scraper will know what it means. So you
But
don't really
somebody's
have to
saying,
know.
well, if I put together a foreign keyword strategy, I have to know what niche it is and everything.
Well, you would pick your main niche, and then you can go to like Google Translate, and then it would tell you the niche keywords in that language. So you don't have to
Okay.
know that language.
Right. I guess they're just wondering how to get around your list and know what's in it and so forth.
I don't.
I would assume there's a fairly reasonable system so you know what you're doing with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And again, Mike, no, it's not just for services or retail products or anything. You can rank it for any keyword and any strategy that you want to put onto this. Again, it's not just for ranking videos, it's for ranking keywords with videos. You're not really trying to rank a video. I mean, ranking a video is just, that doesn't help anybody, but it's the benefit that you get from having your videos in the top spot. And you design the title of the video so you can actually, decide what's going to be shown on Google.
Yeah, and you're ranking for 500 keyword terms. So, like, you're going to have mad traffic.
Right. That's great. PJ wants to know if you think that this is going to stop working after a while.
I don't think so because the way I see it is that Google is never going to be able to devalue all of these links, and there's a new platform made almost every single day. Um, I have over 200 million places that I can post my link to. So, no, I do not see this going away anytime soon. I've been doing it for 2 to 3 years now. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone through several updates already. It hasn't touched me. It hasn't, bounced anything out. So,
See, what Google slaps mainly are websites and blogs and stuff that are trying
yeah.
to use spammy techniques, but these hangouts are like, man, this is Google's lifeblood, so they're just putting their own blood up in front rather than saying, oh, I'm going to take some external website and put it at the top. Google owns these hangouts and stuff, so they're very happy to put them at the top.
Yeah, and it's Google's baby, so they're not going to,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to, like, penalize them.
Right. Now, Jerry wants to know that if you're ranking for 500 keyword terms, does that mean you have to make 500 different titles?
Nope, it's one video that you rank for 500 keywords.
Mm-hmm.
And I show you how to do that in the training.
Cool.
So, you know, all of my videos that I rank between 500 and 800 terms.
Mm-hmm. And Kenneth, yes, this is great for building niche leads, probably better than a blog. Plus Troy says, well, let's just count on most people that buy it. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we want everybody to use it. You know, if you're going to buy it, definitely use it. But
right. And there's so many
using
states
it
and
once
so
you
many
see how
niches.
powerful this is. Once you get a taste of it, you're going to want to use it.
Yeah.
Pete, yes, you have a list of people to do Hangouts with, and they're people in your Google Plus circle, right? And if you don't have someone, you just get some people. It doesn't matter really who's in your circle. You just make a Hangout with a friend and then put it on Google. It doesn't matter. Google's not checking like how many people are in the circle. They're just checking what's in the Hangout.
Yeah, and you actually don't need anyone in the Hangout with you. You just record
Yeah, Ed
it.
said you can do it solo, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do all mine solo, so.
Pete's saying, you know, do I have to actually talk to people in the video?
That's awesome. You don't actually, dude. What you do is you can make a, you know, here's a couple examples. Get Adobe CS and make a animated video, or you can do something like Video FX. I've been testing that out, and you can make a lead gen video or whatever your product is video that way and just stream it through. That way you don't actually have to talk. That was kind of my biggest thing, is I was scared to show my face on Hangouts, and I don't like my voice, so I didn't want to have my voice on a Hangout. And at some point I just got over it because I realized it didn't matter what the video said or the voice. It's more about you ranking #1.
Mm-hmm. Troy is falling in love with you, Holly, so you better watch out.
Sweet. Sweet. I don't know who Troy is, but that's exciting. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I don't blame you, Troy. She's a gem. Okay, so no, I don't think we're talking about Video Maker Effects. We're not really talking about funnels right now. It doesn't matter. New Zealand is fine, Adrian. Not a problem.
Yeah,
I don't know whose voice is wrong, Matt. Don't worry about it. Yes, Holly, go ahead.
Yeah, I own. I pretty much blanket New Zealand with my snow removal sites. So I mean,
wow, cool.
Even though I'm in the U.S., I definitely do stuff all overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, guys, I think we're coming up to the end here. What do you think, Holly?
Yeah, I mean, some of the questions are, you know, repeated, so I think definitely, you know, we have answered everyone. I want to thank everyone who has bought into the course. You know, you guys are going to be totally excited about it.
Mm-hmm. I agree, and as I mentioned, anyone that does pick this up, I'm going to give you guys one of my software, Viral Video Curator Pro, if you don't have it. If not, I'm going to find some other thing for you of our tools. And I'm sorry I got the time wrong, but judging by the number of people that came, we're just about packed. I think that, you know, the message got through, and it's been a great video. Now, the people are still asking where to get this, so let me just switch over and give you the link one more time. I'm going to put it on my screen.
Okay.
Just one moment. Okay, guys. I hope you can see this now. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, great. So there's the link, and it doesn't say what my bonus is, but my bonus is Viral Video Curator Pro Multi-Site Edition. And if you already have that, let me know, and we'll see what else we can get for you. Okay? Okay, guys, so now you know where you can get this. Don't dilly-dally. We're going to keep it open until Friday midnight. I will remind you, and I will send you a video, an email with the link to the video replay. Okay, guys, so I guess that's it for today, Holly. Thank you for the awesome, awesome presentation. I can't remember seeing a more inspiring presentation, so thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and
It
it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. And guys, thank everyone, all my peeps, for coming. I really, really appreciate seeing everyone here today, and I hope this has been of some benefit to you. And I'm looking forward to see you guys on the inside. Okay? So guys, awesome. Okay, some great, great comments. Thank you everyone for being here today, from all over the world. And stay tuned. And I'll see you again soon. Okay? Good night, everyone.
See you